Hello crafty friends, this is the Paper Chef here. In today's Paper Pumpkin video, I'm going to share 18 projects I created using the Lots of Fun Paper Pumpkin Kit, December 2021 by Stampin'. This kit comes with all the supplies you need to create 9 cards. There are 3 of each design, 3 different designs. You have 3 different types of envelopes. And what I've done is I've created cards similar to the ones here. And I've also taken the envelopes, cut them apart, used some of my own cardstock, other Stampin' Up! Coordinating products, and I created lots of alternative products, or projects, I should say. So I made mostly cards because it was so cute. It's such a cute set. Our Paper Pumpkin kits come with a full set of instructions. If you're one of my Paper Pumpkin subscribers, you should be getting the new mini catalog soon. So let me know if you already have that. And we have something coming out. Now, Paper Pumpkin is a subscription, which is really nice. I'm going to tell you about the coordinating colors of this. This is something that's like actually not in the catalog. It's an actual subscription. But you can put it on pause, which is called suspend, for each time if you don't want to get it for a couple months. Or you can cancel at any time. But if you use the kits with things that you get in the annual catalog, you're going to just be able to create lots of extra alternative projects. The coordinating colors for this kit are Pool Party, Poppy Parade, Early Espresso, Daffodil Delight, Crumb Cake, and Granny Apple Green. Although the kit came with this little tiny Stampin' spot, which looks like, I haven't opened it yet, find it. It looks like this, because in each kit you get some ink to do your projects, and it came with a stamp set. All Paper Pumpkin kits come with a stamp set. Here it is. I decided to use a full stamping pad to give me more control, plus I like to save these little cuties, Stampin' spots to give out. It also came with all the embellishments, so I'll show you what came in a typical kit. Just keep in mind, it is the end of the year. It is 2021. And if you subscribe right now, you're not going to get this kit in particular. You're going to get our Valentine kit because that's the January. Every year in January, we do a Valentine kit. And that's what you'd be getting if you subscribe by January 10th. You have until the 10th of January to get that, to order this kit. It is called Kisses and Hugs. Although all of our kits are a surprise to us, they do give us a little fun preview of what it's going to look like. We already know that there's going to be add-on boxes that you can order too in January. And the add-on boxes and the kits what are they called? They are for subscribers only. During celebration, a really great thing you can do to earn extra free items, because there's lots of free things you can get during celebration, is to get a prepaid subscription. This will be described for you in your kit. So let's not digress. I just want to show you some projects, and I'll also stop and show you how to create these tag treats here. All right, so super fun. I hope these are going to make you smile. You can take the banana, the eggs, the toast, and do different funny sayings with them. Every single stamp I didn't use any stamps that weren't from this kit for these projects, although I used some other stamps from other coordinating stamps. Coordinating cardstock, coordinating punches, but I didn't use any other stamps than what was in this kit. So the kit came with little bananas. There's a little smile face, and there's a little pair of glasses that you can stamp with. Super cute. Peel Better Soon. This is the Daffodil Delight. As I told you, it was one of the coordinating colors. I'm just going to put these off to the side so you can still see them. And we're going to keep on going. I hope these will give you a smile. A toast to your success. So there's a little piece of toast, and then you take the black, and you can use black or early espresso. So what I did is I used black. I'll be explaining how I did the projects, like black, Memento Black, or early espresso to make the outside of the egg and the toast and the mustache. Have an excellent day. This is going to be fun for Easter time too. Just this part. You can use your stamps for other occasions, like maybe with one of our Easter egg stamps. This was a little element, and then you could take the circle, the opposite of this element, and create projects with it too. These envelopes are decorated, and they're fantastic. Water wash. I didn't do all this. This was already on the envelopes like that. So that's the crumb cake envelope. Okay, we're going to put that one over there. Let me just put these over here. Now, this one is the cherry one. It says, "You are cherry sweet." I use some of my own dyes. I also use some of when you see these little things that look like, I'm going to show you these 2 cards at once. When you see these little stitched shapes, which have the little call outs for the sayings. Those are from the kit itself. And then sometimes I use my own stitched rectangle dies or my own other dies from other sets to create some sentiments on, because I ran out of the ones that were with the kit. You can make this chair. I'm going to put these next to each other for a reason. The smiles, there's 3 kinds of smiley faces that come in this kit. One is a tiny smile face, and you can put that on the cherry, and you can put it on the egg right back there. And then you get the wider smile face. You can put it on the cherry again, so it looks like 2 different cherries. And then you can put the wider eyes with the mustache over here. It also comes with a sad face, and I just used the sad face twice. For I'm sorry, that's the pits. So you could take the same card, and you could take a smile or a frown, and you could take the cherries, and you can make different things. All right, so Anne is telling me she did get her catalogs. Let me say hi to you guys too. So Anne got her catalogs in Pennsylvania, and so I'm so glad she got them yesterday, and I'm so happy to hear that, because I've been getting asked like a lot if they were sent out, and I know they were sent out, and I just didn't know who got them or who didn't. So, okay, hi Caroline, and Debbie, and hello Darlene, and Kathy. And we already said hello to Anne and Debbie. Okay, now here's one I did with the cherries again. Guess I'm on this cherry kick. You Are Cherry Sweet, little pieces of stitch rectangle, the little piece of linen thread that came in the kit. I love the vellum that came in the kit. You can layer it up. So what I did for this card is I took the Poppy Parade from the envelope, right, like here, and I put it on a piece of Granny Apple Green cardstock. It really went well together, and that's all I did for that, with a couple extra elements. And I used some extra, some of my dies for some of the sentiments. For this one, this Get Well card here, you see how these little pieces go like this, and there's like little, here, like these little pieces? Well, if you save the opposite piece, and it'll make more sense when I see. Here, I guess I could take one of these out. So if you save this little piece in between, you have extra little shapes and elements for your cards when you run out of all the little punch outs. Okay? And then this I use Daffodil Delight Stampin' Blends for the bananas and Granny Apple Green for the stems. I use pieces of the envelope and the card it came with and Feel Better Soon. And then for this little black speckled piece, I used a piece of Pattern Party Designer Series paper for that one. And I was just going for a bunch of bananas. That's how I layered that one up, as opposed to the one banana which they've already cut out for you. A toast to your success. I loaf you. I love it. So corny. Let's grow mold together. My favorite sentiment out of the whole paper pumpkin kit is that one. Let's grow mold together. I think that's just so funny. So the last card I'll show you is a card I made for my husband. And it's about let's growing mold together. And it has a couple other corny sayings on it. Corny and fun. Have an excellent day. Again, just a fun spring card. Nice matching envelopes with that same color water wash. And here's another one. I loaf you, excited for you. Just me just putting elements all over the place. You can see every card is different. And I tried to use, like this was my sort of guidance. I didn't really read the instructions, but I just used this as a guidance. Now you can just make the projects as they are in any of your kits. You don't have to always do something different. I just happen to hardly ever read them, and I just sort of open it up, and I do use these as a guide, but I like to just do my own thing. It's just fun for me, and you can create all these projects in one day. You just open up your kit, but you have to do things in assembly line to get everything done in one day. You have to do all your stamping, all your sentiments, and then assemble your cards at the end, because you can't get it all done in one day. I mean, unless you do it in sort of assembly line fashion. Thanks a bunch for this card here. I used the chevron embossing folder. It's a new embossing folder. You may recall that on my Ink It Up tutorial here on this channel, I have an Ink It Up series where I talk about embossing, and actually it might have been in my embossing series, but either way, I think it's in my Ink It Up series because I talked about inking up embossing folders. In that video, I showed you how to ink up the Hive, the new Hive embossing folder, and this is the new chevron embossing folder. For the Hive, I used some soft succulent cardstock, and for the chevron, I used some Pool Party cardstock. So these are actual pieces I made live in that video. And then I decided to use this Pool Party piece of chevron for this project, and it came in handy. I didn't even know what this kit was going to be about. I used my own piece of Daffodil Delight, and when you use your own cardstock as opposed to what's in the kits, your cards come out a lot stronger, and you can layer them up with another layer of white inside, And this card is much heavier than the card would come here. But either one is going to be just as cute. It's just that when you layer up another card with your own supplies, more cardstock, then it's thicker. And here's another one. I put these up with dimensionals, this little frame here. Put the cherries up on dimensionals, tied a little bow with the linen. And I'm sorry, that's the pits again. And it's just a very simple card with the granny apple green. Okay, so for these little treats, you can't get, well, Debbie, you can't get this box. I mean, unless you can get refills. I'm not sure if they're available yet. Maybe someone can check. Let's see. Oh, I see a few more of you came in. Hello, Hilda and Shelly. It is Shelly. It's a great kit. Lots of fun. I'm not sure how to say that name, Voom. And hello, Debbie. So Debbie, okay, Debbie's asking a question. Can you still get the box? It's one of these things where you have to be daring to be a Paper Pumpkin subscriber. You have to be crafty, and because you never know what you're going to get. And then when the window closes, like say December 10th comes along, whoever didn't subscribe by December 10th will not get this kit. It doesn't mean they can never get the kit. It just means that if new kits become available soon on our website, and someone can check, go to Stampin' Up, or go to paperchef.stampinup.net, and you can see if they have any kits available. That's my website. Okay? And only subscribers can get past kits and past refills. Sometimes they just have the refill and not the whole kit. Okay, so anyway, that's why the next kit you're going to get if you subscribe by January 10th is going to be this kit. You're not getting the kit I'm showing you. This video is more for my current subscribers. It's to encourage my current subscribers on how they can take the kit. I do this every month for my subscribers. I do, well, and for any of my crafty friends, and just for myself, I do it. I mean, it's fun for me to make this kit each month. This is my crafty mojo. I love getting these kits. So with one piece of cardstock, you can make all these tag treats. I think even another one, and even have a piece of cardstock left over. I may even have one more tag treat. Yeah, I have one more tag treat ready to go. And this is what I wanted to show you. And I have another piece of cardstock left over. So I want to show you how to make this. This is just one ready to go, but it's with a different kind of paper. I want to show you how to make this after I open my new kit because I don't have any more paper left, any more scraps. So these are called tag treats, and I did show them how to make these recently on my Facebook page. So I used some poppy braid here. This is some retired ribbon, and I used all the envelope liners, and I used all the little enamel embellishments and things, and you can put little things inside like Hershey miniatures. They fit in there. You could actually fit 2 in there. I'm not really sure what I'm putting these yet. And again, these are timeless, and they're going to probably be going more of like the Easter and the spring baskets because I'm still working on my holiday baskets actually right now. So they're really cute sayings, and you can put your candies inside, mini Tic Tacs and such. Here's another project. This is, yes, Debbie, links are in the description. Please do. Just go ahead to the description, and you can subscribe in the description. Okay, so thanks a bunch. This is using the TaylorMade Tags dies. It's the dies that I just recently used in a series called the Giving Gift series. We use these dies a lot. This Natural Touch paper is on clearance, as is the Daffodil Delight ribbon. They're both on clearance. I don't think I stamped these. Let me see. Let me think if these were. Okay, let me look at the difference. No, these were the ones that came in the kit, and these are ones I stamped. They look very similar. These I color with Stampin' Blends alcohol markers, and these were the ones that just came in the kit. I did stamp thanks a bunch. Okay, for my final project, my fun project is my moldy project. This is my husband's card, and I wanted to make it thicker, so I chopped off the front. Plus, I was getting it so messy, getting ink everywhere, that I put it on. I took the whole front of the card off and put it on a black piece of black cardstock. So let's grow mold together. That's me and him. I was going to maybe put little eyelashes in this little piece of bread. And then you tell the best yolks. I love that. Excited for you. I love you. I stamped this little stamp all over it because I thought it looked like mold, and I just thought that was such a funny sentiment. All right, so next thing I want to show you, I just got done showing you my 18 projects, and now what I want to do is get this ready. I'm going to prepare a little bit of this project, and I'm going to open up the kit, but I need to prepare a little bit with the trimmer for as far as like making the tag treats. So what I'm going to do is, okay, I've already made enough in crumb cake. Okay, so I'm gonna use Daffodil Delight. So basically you just want to get a coordinating color. Get out a piece of Daffodil Delight, and I'm just gonna go ahead and cut it. Let's see. It's 8.5 inches wide, so I'm just gonna go ahead and cut it. Let me move some things out of the way here. 6.75 inches, okay? 6 3/4 inch. Okay. Now, I did only just one on Facebook the other day, so I want to show you how you can make a bunch of these at once. Just need to make a little bit of room. Lots of stuff. Now, you could score with your trimmer. Some of you have the trimmer, but I like with the little score piece. But I like to take this piece, which is 6 3/4, right? 6.75 inches, right? See that? 6 3/4. I can't write it down right now for you. And I'm going to take it, and I'm going to turn it. I mean, I'm not going to turn it anywhere. I'm going to leave it like that. Sorry, we're going to cut it in a minute. So I'm going to take it, and I'm going to score all the way down. That way, when I cut these, they're already scored. Okay? I'm going to score it 3 inches and 3.75 inches. I have a visual for you, so you don't get confused right now. Let me just pull this up. I have the visual of the one I started making earlier. All right, so what I have done, just so you know, is this was 6.75 inches. You see that? Hope you can see that with the light. Okay. Now, because I did all that at once, I've already done the scoring. So now when I turn these sideways and go 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, I can make 5 of these with the extra little piece left over, which I can punch as well. And they're already scored. Okay, they're already scored. And all I got to do is punch the ends. And you're going to use one of our tag topper punches to punch the ends. So it'll make sense when I do this now. But that's what I'm just telling you. I make a bunch of these at once. In case you're wondering, how did she make all these projects in one day from her paper pumpkin kit? Yeah, I just get used to it. That's how. I just do the same things over and over. And then I change it up with different papers and things. All right, so I'm going to go 2 inches. I'm just going along the 2. See? I've turned the paper horizontally. And now I'm just cutting at 2. I'm just going to go ahead and cut them all at once, and then because I'm about to open my other kit and show you, and then I'm going to have all this part done. Then all I need to do is get out an envelope. I could have just used an envelope that I already had from this kit, but I'm going to take one out of the new kit. All right, so I've made, this is one piece of cardstock. I have extra pieces left over. You can do something with this. And I made 5 tag treats. Okay, this is an actual tag treat. And the way you turn it into one is by using one of our tag topper punches. We have several tag topper punches. I'm using the fancy tag topper punch. I'm going to push the little lever down. This is invaluable. I make thousands upon thousands of bookmarks and tag treats a year. I give so many bookmarks away, and they're just such a great thing. And tags just make people happy. Tag treats, I give them to waiters. I give them to security guards. I give them to postmen. I mean, I just make these all the time, and I always have them on hand. I have them in my car. I have them in my purse. Keep them in a baggie so you don't get any little crumbs or hairs on them or something. But, make little treats up and give them out as random acts of kindness. If you're not giving out your crafts, there's no reason to be hoarding your crafts. Give out your crafts. Make it fun for others, okay? So that's the bottom of the tag treat. So now all we need is some little wraps to put around all these. So let's open up the paper pumpkin kit, and then we'll continue that project in a minute, and I'll get the trimmer back. So paper pumpkin ships to you each month. You never know what's going to be in it, but I'm going to show you what would typically be in it. Okay? You're not going to get this kit. You're going to get a different kit. They're not all kits are card kits. Some kits, I had to make sure I turned it upside down because my address was on the bottom. So some kits, this is a paper pumpkin box. Some kits come in this box. Sometimes we have special kits. This is called Lots of Pun. So you know what kit it is. And then they get that little hint each month, but that's all you get is a hint. So I knew it was going to be, oh, what pun, and I didn't know what fun the puns were going to be. So put this on a white piece of paper. I have a white piece here. So these are the stamps. Now, once you use your stamps, they do get stained a little. See how I've been using them? This is what they look like coming out of the box. I'm not going to use this stamp set. I'm going to use the ones that are already, well, even though they're kind of wet. Hopefully they'll dry by the time I show you. But see, This is like, this is, I'm laughing because Debbie said she'd win a prize for hoarding her crafts. That's why I'm laughing. Just because I'm like, wait, they might not know why I'm laughing. I'm reading the comments. That's what I'm doing. Anyway, these look like this when they come, but don't worry that they get stained. They're still nice and crispy. So look how cool this great selection of stamps are. So then you get your little ink spot, and that's all you'd need to do these projects with. Except your first time you get your Paper Pumpkin subscription, you're going to get a stamping block. It's not quite like this one. It's a little bigger. It's a little different size. It's not as thick. But you get a free Paper Pumpkin as your free gift when you first subscribe. After that, you're going to save that stamping block, the clear stamping block, and use it every time in the future that you create your Paper Pumpkin. So I'm going to, as I unbox this, I want to point out a couple of things. During celebration, you earn free items for each $50 you spend. That's January 4th. So if you get a Paper Pumpkin subscription during that time, which I always do, I always get them for the year during that time. This is just giving you an idea how many free things you can earn by not spending any extra money. So for example, if you were to, maybe this is your present to yourself, right? 12-month prepaid subscription. You could get 4 free items when you do that, celebration items. 4 free items at the $50 level or 2 free items at the $100 level. It's just better to read this from your kit than from me, but because it's a lot of detail. And I'll probably send it out in my newsletter, and I'll probably try to make a video to make that more clear, or for my VIPs at least. So I don't want to confuse you, but just know that if you're planning on getting a prepaid subscription, do it during celebration. In the meantime, you can always go month to month where they don't bill you until after the 10th. So even if you sign up now, pretty cute little pool party tissue paper, I saved that. Even if you signed up now, you're not even going to get billed until just after January 10th, and it'll mail out after that. So don't worry about, like, if you're saying, I don't have any money right now, I don't want to subscribe, but I really think I want to get the Valentine's kit. Well, just get it, and you won't get billed till next month. Even you can decide before the 10th of January if you don't want to do it, just suspend or cancel. I used to do that in the summers, and then I decided no, because I regretted it. I was like, after every time I missed out on a good kit. So the instructions are down there. That's always nice. Okay, I already showed you what the instructions look like. There's a nice piece of cardboard. I saved that for when I do my paper shares and my deluxe shares, I like to have extra cardboard inside there, you know, to help protect things. Okay, here are the envelopes. We'll show you the envelopes, the cards, then the embellishments, and then we're going to use this for my little wraps. Okay, this one especially. I think we'll use this one to wrap around. It goes really good with the Daffodil Delight, those little stripes. Okay, so here are the envelopes, 3 of each. Super cute. You can see that Poppy Parade and the pool party and the Granny Apple Green and the crumb cake and how all those colors coordinate together for these projects. Here are the 9 cards that come in this kit. So Linda was just telling me, she's one of my papered chefs, one of my team members. She said she didn't get her kit yet, so not everybody gets their kit. What's happening is that the mails become so erratic, and during the holiday time especially, we don't know when we're getting things. It says in transit, in transit, in transit, and then all of a sudden it shows up, and it's like, woohoo, Christmas again. All right, there's some vellum. These are vellum circles, and I've used those on my projects. I hope you saw how I use those to help layer projects, like here. Like, see? I don't know if you noticed it, that it was vellum, but see, that's how you do it. I kind of hide the adhesive of the vellum behind the places where I put the little blobs of, you know, the eggs and stuff. So it's just an extra layering circle. They did it a different way, sort of in the instructions here. You can see how they used the vellum they put it behind this little business, but this little thing over here. All right, so Sharon's saying she just got her kit yesterday late in the afternoon. So Debbie's saying me too. So what's she saying me too about? Oh, yeah, so you need to definitely, Sharon, make some things for your son and his friends and stuff. So that would give them some inspiration. Yes, don't hoard your crafts. And yeah, Shelly and Debbie, they're all saying that. Yes, Debbie, you can order the kit from the link in the description. Okay, these are little punch outs. They're not 3D, they're just 2-dimensional. And you can just put like a little bit of glue on them, or put some dimensionals behind them. You get the adhesives you need in each kit. These are layering pieces, and you saw how I use those in my projects. And then there's don't take these apart though. Oh, I should have mentioned that. But these you can take apart. So if you want, you can take your little kit apart like this. But then for those, I'm just going to show you how these work. See how you layer it in there and some pieces and how they all layer? But make sure you keep this together. It's so much easier to do your stamping while this is all together and you stamp all your sentiments on there. It just makes it much, much easier. All right, so we got some of these. These are some, okay, some Granny Apple Green cards. Ah, here's what I was talking about. The eggs, which also look like a little flower. You got your bananas, your piece of toast, your cherry. So we'll go ahead and stamp the piece of toast for you, and or the cherries, whichever. I'll just stamp a couple of them. See whatever stamps are dry in this little gingham card. All right, I'm going to start putting stuff back in that box just to make my table a little tidier. I don't need the cards right now. I do need the envelopes, but not all these cards. Make myself a little bit of room. But I love having lots of extra cards. Now here are some more things. These are the little sentiments. So we'll do something with those. Here's the little circle. You saw how I used both this piece and this piece for the projects. So you get 3 sets of those with lots of places to put your, and it's stitched too. Okay. Okay, and then you get these little pieces for layering, which is nice. All right, so when I first did this, my first project, I'm going to find a piece of silicone while I'm talking here. I didn't realize like I was supposed to stamp on these, and I started making projects, and so I didn't realize I was supposed to put, see how you stamp the black part on there? It looks much better when you do, but it still looks cute even if you don't. So I'm just going to kind of show you that. See, it looks cute even if you don't stamp the black outline around it. And you can use early espresso or black. Let me just put this right on the table. I'm just going to get a piece of toast just to show you. And it's kind of wet, so my stamps are still kind of wet. So we'll have to kind of dry them off a little bit. We're going to just see if I'm just going to get a piece of scrap paper. And usually you don't clean them off with a paper towel. Not like that, but I'm just trying to get the, I just got done doing these, so let's see if I can't. I'm going to use the early espresso, my big one, but you can use your little Stampin' spot. And I just want to stamp over here. Okay, good. It's a good stamped image. I'm just using that as a scrap paper just to test it. Now you're just going to go over your little piece of bread. And you can't really see because my stamp's dirty, but I'm going to just sort of center it as best you can. It's all good. It's all fun. And it should come out. There you go. Cute, right? So you just make your little pieces of bread like that. And even if you don't stamp them, they still look like bread. But when you stamp them, they get that extra layer. Okay, that one even came out better. And then you just put the little faces on your things. Let's see if this is a happy face. I think that's a happy face. Put on a happy face. Spread sunshine all over the place. And put on a happy face. That one came out even better. Okay, so that's kind of the way you do it. And you know, and you do the same for your cherries or for your eggs. You're gonna stamp the outline of your eggs onto there, and you just turn it the right way, so like it kind of faces like that, right? Yeah. So I don't clean my stamps very well. I just wash them in the sink. There is stamp cleaner. There's a whole bunch of stuff you can use to clean. All right, where was I? Let's finish the tag treat. Oh, no, wait, let me do that. I'm going to do the toast. Sorry. I was going to do the toast. I already did the toast, and now I need a little sentiment for the toast. And then I'm going to do this. That's me. I could do I love you instead of I love you. Okay, so I'm just going to put that there. This isn't just really scrap paper. I can actually use that for a card as well. So that's the side. It has little stitching on it. All right, so that's going to be the little tag treat we make. We have our sentiment. We have our little loaf. We have our little piece of bread. And now we can do the rest of it. And you could do this for your bananas. You could do thanks a bunch. Or you could do have an excellent day for the other. So we're going to take our little envelopes and we're going to get our trimmer back. So we're going to use one of these envelopes for the project. And watch how I do this. Let me go ahead and put some stuff away here before I make a big mess and everything. So I'm going to put that away. Because sometimes, like I offer my extra kits or like partial kits sometimes as prizes, like at least the stamp sets. And I use up the supplies. So I wanted to make sure I can get that back together. Okay, so here's your envelope. You're going to take your envelope and you're going to lop off the side of your envelope. Like so. Here, just kind of turn it like that. And you got to lop it off, like maybe a quarter, let's just say about a 1/4 inch. Just lop off some. Okay. Good. Well, it does, nope, I should have, maybe more than a 1/4 inch. It should have been more about 3/4 of an inch because you need to get, yeah, it's a 1/4 So make about 3/4 of an inch, lop off the sides. All right, or at least, you know, the one side. So 3/4 of an inch. All right, so now you have this big giant piece of paper, okay? Here's the next tip. Since you already have a score in it, this is a tip and trick for you. You already have like a score, I mean a natural score line. And so you can just sort of, I'm going to show you how to kind of, this is a little trick on how to use your natural score line that's already in there. After you lop off your envelope, if you go to about 2.75, I'll write this down for you in just a minute. 2.75, which is where there's already a score line here. And just go like that, 2 3/4, right? That's, keep your score line there and chop off the edge. And then you already have, I'm going to turn it around. You'll see what I'm going to do in a second here. Then you already have a natural score line, so you can go 2, this is where I'm going to score, 2, 2.75, and then I can go 4.75, and 5.5. All right, so I'm going to be cutting these smaller in a minute, but I'm just trying to make a bunch of these at once. So it'll make more sense when I just make this down to 1. You're going to get to see it. So we're going to take this and we're going to make it 6 inches. Okay, so we have, these are all little wraps I'm making. These are for the round, what I'm making right now are the little wraps to go around the bottom of the box. I can make a ton of them at once by doing it this way because I've already done all my scoring that I need. They are only 3/4 of an inch. And I'm going to write this down for you. Boom. I'm just going to go ahead and make a bunch of these because I already made 5 of the little things, and I'm making the little wraps for them. And, you know, depending on how I would have cut the paper, the stripes could have went a different way, but I just happen to make it this way, so it's all good. It's all fun. I think I'm going to have a leftover piece that's a 1/2 inch, and a 1/2 inch is okay, but it doesn't really hold the candy in very well. 3/4 of an inch holds the candy in much better. It'll all come together, and I'll tell you a little bit slower so you will get what I'm doing here. And I'm going to write this down. So we're going to take these little pieces and go like this. You're just going to take the little 1/2 inch because this was a 6 inch wide. Don't worry, I'm not going to make them all. I'm just going to make a couple. And then I can show you kind of how to assemble them, and then I'll take the ones that I didn't finish making. So one thing you could do is sort of flatten it out and sort of take that 1/2 inch flap here. Oops, I don't think I scored it quite right. No, it's okay. There you go. It should look like that. We'll do one more. Okay, so rolling adhesive or glue. And now you're going to lay this down. This is your tag treat. And you're going to take, I'm going to just use Seal Plus, which is a rolling adhesive. Little line there and a little line there. Don't put the line on the bottom. Put the line right there and right there. I'm going to take this little wrap and I'm going to now put it on my tag treat. I'm showing you from the top angle. Push it down. Put your fingers in there. Put your fingers in there. And that is how you make your tag treat. You take your little piece of ribbon. And it came, also came in your kit. Oh, sorry. I don't think I finished showing you what was in the kit. This stuff here. And we will use some of this. This is your dimensionals. Came in your kit. Some linen thread. I actually have some, I still have some left over, but you can use it for the tag treat. And some little embellishments, of which I have just a couple left over, but I did run out of hearts. So it comes with extra little embellishments for your kits too. So this is just fun. Your kit, like I said, it has everything you need. But if you want to use some of your own ribbon, this is the one that's on clearance right now. The Daffodil Delight ribbon. And then I already had some extra thread. So I'm going to take some of this linen thread. And which was, the back side is where you put this little, where you adhered it. I'm trying to find, let me put my glasses on for a second. I'm going to adhere this one again, just so you can see. So we're going to put a little piece of adhesive there and there. Stand it up. Push this down, and now I know that's the back. See where that seam is? That little where the seam is, that's the back. I'll push it on there. Okay, there you go. Knowing that's the back, I can tie my little knot now with the linen thread. So we're going to go, and again, this part came in your kit. So if all you have is your kit, just use your kit. But I have extra ribbon as well that was Daffodil Delight, and I thought, well, it matched, so that's why I went, and that's why I did some extra stuff, because I had extra Poppy Parade and Daffodil Delight ribbon, and I was able to do extra little things on mine. But it would look cute. Your tag tree would look cute, just like that. But it looks even cuter when you add your little piece of Daffodil Delight ribbon, or Poppy Parade, or Pool Party, or whatever you want that coordinates. Just try to use coordinating colors. And then once I put the ribbon through, oops, I should have tied the little bow last, because I don't want to. I'm going to put that off to the side. Go away, because this is actually cute. So put the little bow off to the side so it doesn't get in the way of your ribbon. I should have tied the bow last and the ribbon first. Neither here nor there. Well, it's all good. Okay, so once I do that little thing, I just then take my scissors and I just do that to the top of it. So here we go. Now we're going to take our loaf of bread and our corny little saying, I loaf you. And we're going to take some dimensionals from our kit. Can never have enough dimensionals. Pop it on there. Let's see where we're going to put it. Maybe like that and like that. These are very strong, so one dimensional is fine. That's how you make your treat. It is adorable, right? And you could just go and you could just give these to like nursing homes and, you know, assisted living facilities. Like these can be Valentines because they're all like such cute sayings. And who wouldn't be encouraged by this? This is very encouraging and uplifting, and they'll just crack up, right? And then just do a little, you got to put some bling on there. I just these were so tiny that I just slid them off. That's how I got them to go on. I just slid them off. Well, I think we need the blue ones, or the Pool Party, because the Pool Party is contrasting. Now, you're not going to put the Daffodil Delight on top of Daffodil Delight. So we will use a little heart from the Poppy Parade. See, just slide them right off. You can use tweezers and all. I found it was much easier just to slide them off. And there you go. And then you put your little, here. I always put the candy in last. So here's a little Hershey or Three Musketeers. See? I put that in last. You can fit 2 of them in there. I just did 1 for effect because you can just fit 2. And you can put like Hershey Nuggets and wrap them twice. So now I told you I was going to give you these measurements just so you're not confused about how this did it. So you saw how many I did at once. Because if you're wondering, how did she get her whole kit done in one day? How did she get all these tag treats done? How did she do all these? Well, it's very easy when you have a process that you just keep repeating. And that's what I want to teach you about, like just kind of like your assembly line process. So you're going to take the cardstock itself. Okay, cardstock. And I'm just going to kind of make a little shape like this so you can kind of see. That would be a rectangle shape. And this would be your score lines. Okay, so this was for the cardstock. We just did 6 3/4 inches times 2. So even though I did all that fancy twisting and cutting, in the end it was just, that's all it was 6 3/4 inches times 2. And then we score, that's all I did, is I scored at 3 inches and at 3 3/4 inches. And that's it. So that's what it looks like when you're done. That's your cardstock. So let's put a line. And then you got your DSP, and that's this part. This is to make the whole thing I'm making, what I'm telling you right now. And I'll eventually, it takes me a long time, but I eventually put this notes in the description of the video. I like making videos a lot more than I like typing up the stuff. So for this little strip of DSP that you saw me make a load of them at once, and you'll get used to doing that later, but for now, just make one at a time. You don't have to worry about making a lot of them at once. Just make one at a time. And this is, we're going to just kind of, right? We're going to make like a long thing so you can see it's 6 inches by 3/4 of an inch. Okay? And now I'm going to tell you where to score that one. Score at, so you got do, and then do, and do. Okay? So this is kind of what it looks like in the end. Well, kind of. Okay, here's your, see? Actually, I mean a little bit more like that at the end, because you only have a little ½ inch hanging off. So it's going to be, you're going to score it at 2 inches, 2 3/4 inches, 4 3/4 inches, and 5 1/2. Okay, so that's where you're scoring. And in the end, it looks like this. 2, this is the 2, 2.75, 4.75, and 5 1/2. Okay, and then you're just going to take that and you're going to put the little, that's your ½ inch flap down there. I kind of didn't draw it to scale, but I was just trying to give you a visual that it's kind of, that you have to turn it like horizontally when you make it to piece of glue. So now that makes sense, so you're gonna punch the top of these. This is your tag treat. You're gonna punch the top, or if you don't have a hole puncher, like if you don't have our fancy tag topper punch, which I don't know why you wouldn't have this. This is a must-have. If you have this fancy tag topper punch, actually I've taught you how to make tags with other dies and other things. But once you get your little things and you put your little wrap on there, you're just gonna flatten out your little piece. You know, you're gonna attach it by, I don't use glue for this part, I just use rolling adhesive. I put it on the sides right there and there. I stand it up. I put the little wrap around. That's the back, because it has the glue, like the side with the glue, that's the back side. I go like that, push it down. Okay, my ribbon, cut a little piece of, see, it looks better when you tie. See how it looks better when you tie the linen thread afterwards? So you can take your little piece of ribbon, and I'm just using this ribbon because it was on clearance, and it's the only thing I had that was Daffodil Delight. It matched. It was part of the cute little birthday bonanza suite last year, and I stocked up on it. I think I'm going to put it in my rainbow kit, which I'm doing in the spring. Just talking to myself, because it coordinates with some things, so it's a really cool ribbon. So then you just put the little ribbon there, and then you put the linen thread. See, it's a lot easier. Just wanted to do that again because you should have done it in that order. Always do the linen thread. Tie the little bow after you put the other ribbon on, because this is cuter if it's on the outside, this little bow. All right, so let me finish saying hello. Oh boy, how did that get so uneven? But you get the idea. I have to make it a little bit more, yes, mini Tic Tacs. 2 mini Tic Tacs are going to fit in here. Shelly's asking, will the mini Tic Tacs fit in there? Hello, Raylene from Hawaii. I'm just going to kind of pull these projects back in as I wrap things up. Aloha, Raylene. Yes, thank you, Linda. That makes it pop. I'm glad you like these projects. Hi, thank you, Caroline. Yeah, 2 mini Tic Tacs fit in there, or mini Mentos. Yeah, you can clean your stamps with different kinds of stamp cleaners, but I just use baby wipes, and we do have like a Stampin' spray and a Stampin' scrub and all kinds of things that you can use to clean your stamps with. I had a lot of fun with this kit. Each month when I get the paper pumpkin kits, it gives me the crafty mojo, and I kind of stop what I'm doing because I get something new, because I love getting new craft supplies. I just stop what I'm doing. I grab it. I shared how to make this on Facebook recently. It's called Sour Cream Container. M&Ms are inside here. You know, you just grab your kit, you start making treats, you feel good, then you have things on hand. I'm never stressed out. Like, whenever I'm going out somewhere, it's like, oh, I need something for someone's birthday. I need something to give to, like, I mean, just random things. The mailman, the guy who picked up my trash, you know, just gave him some candy. When I caught him the other day, picking up the trash, I gave him some candy. And you know what I'm saying? So, like, I always have treats ready to go. So get in that habit, and you're just going to see, like, the reaction you get. It's going to just be like, you're going to really make people's days. And you know, I've heard stories about, like, how the treats really made them feel special and makes their day. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this alternative project and the unboxing and all the different projects I made with the Lots of Fun Paper Pumpkin Kit, December 2021. We'll see you again real soon with next month's kit. And keep on watching my channel because I have lots going on with Eden's Garden Workshop Series, Ink It Up Workshop Series, and lots of Brother ScanNCut tips and tricks tutorials for you. That's all for now. This is the Paper Chef. Have a very happy New Year.